Jake Doolittle. Do you know who Jake Doolittle is?
There are a lot of people who I've made videos with in the past who have just stopped talking to me.
The only reason I vaguely know about Jake Doolittle is because of all of the beefs that he's constantly getting in.
If I were to stand back and watch Ethan lie, saying certain things about him.
Lie? I think this might be defamation. To say I'm lying about an illness to make money.
So Jake Doolittle, he's a YouTube commentator who started making content in 2019. You can see he makes a lot of drama videos. But his YouTube career took a drastic downturn in 2023 and 2024 because of a series of controversies that led to a huge amount of backlash and damaged his reputation.
For the discomfort or hurt that it caused, I also apologize. My last video sucked.
So today I want to go over some of these controversies because it seems like Jake Doolittle is becoming universally picked on by content creators, and I want to see if it's warranted.
I am going to name names at some point.
In 2022, Jake Doolittle had around 280,000 subscribers, and he was doing a lot of collabs with people like Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, Nick is Not Green, and that kind of boosted him in the commentary community a little bit, and now he's at 300,000 subscribers. 279,000. Wait, what happened? Oh, he's lost 17,000 subscribers in the last 30 days. Okay, we'll get into that.
My last video sucked.
Remember the D'Amelios? Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio, great TikTokers, wonderful people. I think back in 2023, Jake Doolittle publicly accused Charlie D'Amelio's team of using his photos without permission in her book, Essentially Charlie. Wow, the book was a New York Times bestseller. So Jake Doolittle explained that early in Charlie's career, he took photos for her, and they were supposed to be used only for her social media profile. But without compensation or consent, she used these photos in the book. Photographer Jake Doolittle made headlines on August 31st after slamming Charlie D'Amelio for allegedly using his pictures in her Essentially Charlie book without his permission. He claims that she made millions off his work, and although he was credited, he believes he's entitled to compensation according to a previous agreement. And I remember Jake tweeted about it, even made a response video, which is obviously no longer here. He deleted the video because of all the people that were berating him in the comment section. Charlie D'Amelio fans, obviously, calling him a mooch, saying that he doesn't really deserve anything. But Jake Doolittle actually went on the H3 podcast, and Ethan said that he was going to compensate Jake Doolittle because Charlie D'Amelio didn't.
But stay on the line. I'm going to send you $500 because the D'Amelio family didn't.
Stop it.
The D'Amelio family didn't pay you $500. I'm going to pay because they're cheap fucking freaks.
It's like a Romeo
Or
and
their
Juliet.
team, or their team is.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So you stay on the line, okay?
Thank you very much.
I'm going to make you whole.
Despite the controversy, it did seem like Jake Doolittle did get a lot of sympathy, and it kind of did boost his visibility in the content creator space. That was in August of 2023.
Was also a really stupid fucking decision.
In the exact same year, Jake Doolittle posted a video called Ethan Klein, Exaggerator or Hypochondriac, where he accused Ethan, the same person who just paid him $500 for the D'Amelio photos. And in the video, it implied that Ethan Klein was using his health condition to garner sympathy and financial support from his fans. Once again, the video was taken down, so this is a re-upload.
Before this video starts, I would like to preface it with a few things. Leading up to this video, I was a huge fan of the H3 podcast. When I was at my sickest, the podcast was always something that I could watch to make me feel less alone. I even remember saving up money from my first job ever to buy multiple Teddy Fresh items. More recently, I was on the podcast speaking to Ethan about an unrelated subject. I left VidCon to attend their most recent live show, and I am also friendly with a few of their crew members. But I saw a few very concerning things when it comes to Ethan Klein's lupus journey. And as someone who's been sick his entire life, I felt like I needed to make this video. Not only have I dealt with chronic illness, but I run a nonprofit where I support people financially.
When he first posted this video, people were saying that he was being insensitive, he was being reckless. A producer of the H3 podcast DM'd Jake Doolittle because he was even thinking that this must be a joke.
I was like, there is no fucking way. Because I kind of seen it in passing, but I thought it was just he was clickbaiting you for the teaser of something unrelated.
He said, I'm assuming your new video is clickbait. And Jake Doolittle replies, hey buddy, as someone who has dealt with chronic illness and has nonprofit for people with chronic illnesses, I have to talk about it. The goal is not to cancel anybody, but lying about creators thinking he has lupus, self-diagnosing on the show, comparing lupus to other more serious diseases, and getting donations in support of a diagnosis he doesn't have is the problem with the online self-diagnosis and feeding on sympathy. After speaking to women who are suffering financially and physically from this illness, I decided to make this video. And then he says, "This is insane, dude. As a viewer, I'm honestly shocked that you would take this seriously in any way possible." And the reason he said that is because Ethan Klein doesn't have lupus, but at the time he was sick and he didn't know what it was. And the audience and the crew were joking that it was certain illnesses, and they kept using lupus as an example. He wasn't trying to get donations. He was making a joke that he has lupus. And Jake Doolittle, who says he's a friend of the show and a fan of the show, should know this. This got so much attention that it has its own wiki fandom. It shows that Jake Doolittle posted a video on December 28th and deleted it January 8th. Viewers of the podcast know that Ethan was dealing with an unknown illness, which was at first to be thought lupus. Although Ethan's doctors advised him that it is most likely not lupus, they did not rule out the possibility. And Ethan was extremely vulnerable on the podcast in sharing his medical journey with fans. At this time, Ethan met with a hematologist and a rheumatologist, his primary care physician, and was doing weekly blood tests for months to find out what was going on. He also got a stool sample tested, which found higher levels, indicators for autoimmune disease. This situation obviously got worse when they decided to watch his video live on their podcast.
These chronic illnesses like Sjogren's syndrome that Ethan keeps thinking he has are predominantly in women, which he fails to mention multiple times.
Men have it, dumb fuck. Just because it's predominantly women men get it. You just said it. Men get these diseases.
And remember I told you he's done a lot of collabs with a lot of other creators? They talked about things like how Jake Doolittle likes to pressure people, their crew included, into doing collabs with them.
Come on my channel, please. Who's this to?
This was to me.
So okay. Come on my channel, please. This is me reminding you to come on my channel. Excuse me. Are you doing videos with people now? Did you keep them on red?
I didn't accept it. I don't
You're such
think.
a legend.
They were also speculating that Jake Doolittle did similar things with them, meeting them at VidCon, berating them in the DMs, asking for a collab, because it seems like they're not really friends.
This is to...
Love.
Is this to you, Love? Oh, yeah, Love. I'll be at Creator Clash with Media Pass shooting content for my channel. I would love to shoot content for the pod if interested. I have called in before and would love to work together again.
Again?
I'm a friend of the show.
Yeah.
There's no again.
We didn't work we didn't work together. Yeah, just to be clear. You called in and we talked for a minute. That's not working together. Dan, I'll be at the Creator Clash with the Media Pass. Same message.
Copy pasted message, dude.
Disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
Come on.
After that, Jake deleted his video. So that's 2 videos that he's posted and 2 videos that he's deleted. And this time he posted an apology.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to come on here and address the most recent video that I made. In that video, I spoke about a topic that's extremely sensitive to me, which, to be honest, was my first mistake. I let my emotions dictate my actions, and that led to a tone that was confrontational and aggressive. My intention was to stand up for a specific group of people, but instead I came across as an asshole. I didn't consider how my words would affect others, and for that I'm very sorry. I've also come to realize that no amount of explanation can undo the impact of that video, and so for the discomfort or hurt that it caused, I also apologize.
I think you also took on the tone of, I'm speaking for everyone who has a chronic illness, which I found icky. I have multiple chronic illnesses and I joke about them and myself all the time. Just because someone is making light of a tough situation, even getting abnormalities on blood tests, we shouldn't automatically go to the defense. I think at that time it was pretty rough because he said that he was getting death threats and he said he'll do anything to make it stop. But the video was up for what, a week? 2 weeks before he took it down? And now we get into the most recent Jake Doolittle drama. And that is the charity blackmail. He's recently talked about how he has a charity called Never Stop.
Not only have I dealt with chronic illness, but I run a nonprofit where I support people financially.
So Never Stop is a nonprofit that supports individuals by offering financial assistance for medical expenses. Having a charity is great. Trying to help out people that are less fortunate is also great. But what isn't great is trying to blackmail your friends, and I put friends in quotations because I doubt that he's friends with a lot of people that he's talking about.
Then this this person unfollowed me.
Trying to blackmail your friends for not supporting and trying to get them to support is not great, because several YouTubers claimed that Doolittle pressured them into donating, with some alleging that he threatened to publicly shame those who refused. Shame those who refused. Here's a text message chain between Jake Doolittle and someone on the H3 crew, where he was asking about her artwork, and then he says, "Are you open to commissions at all? I have a clothing brand and a fund for people with chronic illnesses that I'd love some stuff for." And she says, "I don't do commissions at the moment." So Jake, what he decided to do was he posted a video called "I'm Frustrated with Commentary YouTubers." The video is taken down now, again. Before it was taken down, I watched it in its entirety. And it was outstanding to hear Jake Doolittle complain that people that were making a lot of money and getting money from sponsorships weren't spending their money on his charity, and that was making him mad.
And this video is not going to do anything, but I want there to be some kind of mutual understanding between you and I, the audience, that there's no support here.
Obviously, people were calling it the most tone-deaf video they've seen in a while. 15 minutes of Jake Doolittle whining and feeling entitled to people's money using charity as a cover. He acts like everyone who takes sponsorships or posts how much money they make owe him something because of charity.
When I try to say, hey, if you have any extra money, we are giving $500 a month. I know that you just put on your close friend story that you're making 15 grand off this brand deal. Hey, I would love the help. My views are down, but you're getting, I don't know, 50,000 subs a month. What are we doing here?
Why is Jake Doolittle shaking the cup at his friends for donations? Nobody is obligated to donate to your specific charity. There are lots of charities, more reputable charities, that they probably already donate to. Throughout the video, he keeps talking about people have unfollowed him, people have ghosted him when he asks them about helping with his charity. And he was gonna make this into a series. He was gonna make this a part 2 of 2. Saying that in the part 2 of the series, he's gonna start naming names of all the creators who have ghosted him in the past.
I have a bunch of people who follow me and have unfollowed me, who have had multiple opportunities to change the lives of people who, by the way, are also fans of them. Like, a lot of us have crossover in our audiences, and it's super frustrating because, you know, they have an opportunity to give back to the audience who has changed their lives, and there's no willingness to reciprocate.
His main frustration was that there was really not that much money coming into the charity, and that's why he's frustrated with his YouTuber friends who weren't helping him out.
Because I was frustrated, I asked this person if we could just talk on the phone about how I could get influencers to work with me on my nonprofit. I see all of these people doing charity streams, doing charity shows. They're raising $4 million. I don't know how to word this, but I would do so much with 1/100th of that money.
Here's a 3-minute animated version of Jake Doolittle's video with images that we can all watch together.
So I guess just to get started, 2 to 3 years ago, I started a nonprofit, Never Stop. There has been no YouTuber who has ever inquired or donated any money to Never Stop. And throughout this video, I'm not going to name names, but I would like you to know that I am going to name names at some point, possibly next month or so, if my following up with these people amounts to nothing.
The visuals really help put in perspective how out of touch Jake Doolittle's video was.
So here's an example that happened literally last week. This person posted how much money they're making. I swiped up and was like, hey, that's a lot of money, or like, that's a lot of people supporting you. That's insane. Congratulations. Then the person responded to me and was like, thanks, you know, it's crazy. And this person said, hey, I've been trying to do good with my money. So if behind closed doors, you're gonna flex to me and say that you're doing good with your money, fucking show up. So I said, hey, if you wanna do good with your money, I would love to get on a call and talk with you about Never Stop. And this person unfollowed me and left me on red, which I think is hilarious because you can't post how much you're making. You can't say, hey, I'm trying to do good with my money. And then when I say, hey, if you want to do good with your money, let me know. I would love to talk to you. And then you just fucking leave me on red. That's insane. But you can't say that you've been doing good with your money and flexing all this kind of shit and then not give any proof or show any kind of anything.
Somebody posts something on their Instagram saying, oh wow, I made so much money this month, and then you're like, listen, give me that money. You don't want to give it to me? Well, you're a bad person. He even gets into how another creator said that they didn't want to work with him because he's controversial And he gets mad about that too.
I guess, sorry. And to go back to that call that I had with that person who I respect a lot, this person said that they were hesitant to work with me again because they were nervous about how it would be perceived over one video that I made 1 year ago that people didn't like, that I apologized for. I have released over 100 videos since then. I have realized the mistake I made in that video, whatever the fuck, but it's fine because growth isn't a thing.
Seems like he's getting unfollowed quite a bit. If multiple people are unfollowing you, maybe try and figure out why that is.
There are a lot of people who I've made videos with in the past who have just stopped talking to me, who have unfollowed me. I was in the middle of scheduling a video with another commentary creator who I respected a lot. And then this person unfollowed me, stopped responding to my messages, and didn't have the fucking balls to tell me why.
After this gem of a video dropped, his socials have gone down significantly. I think 35% across all platforms. 17,000 subscribers gone. I'm pretty sure he lost 25,000 Instagram followers also. But 3 weeks ago, he posted another update addressing everything.
Hello everyone. My last video sucked, and the following live stream of me in the hospital trying to see what my audience thought of the video and if everybody hated me was also a really stupid fucking decision.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. He decided to go live when he was at the hospital getting surgery done to gauge his audience reaction to his blackmail video.
That I delete a video about Cody Co. Oh, it wasn't about Cody Co. I was just mad. It was a bad video, TBH. Yeah, and that's why I took it down. I mean, I was kind of, you know, I don't know.
It's almost been a month. Jake Doolittle's still making videos. I don't know if Jake Doolittle's going to be able to rebuild his reputation. I'm not sure why he decided to try and blackmail and berate his YouTube friends into working with his charity. It seems like he just got a little bit frustrated. He was looking at people's stories and noticing how much money his peers were making and decided to call them out on it. And that's not a great thing to do.
But if there's no response, I don't know what to do. I gave this person content strategy advice and then asked for advice in return, and now I'm left on red. I've been completely fucking used by this person.
This animation is really good. Saul on YouTube. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Thank you, everyone. If you enjoyed this video...